Good morning, everybody. My name is Kaeleya Rayne, and I am an intuitive business coach, and I work with women in business, and I help them build the business of their dreams, and I help them earn more while doing so. And how we do that is to actually take a look at those inner obstacles, those hidden inner obstacles that are showing up in your business. We heal them, make you aware of them, heal them, and then we create an intelligent strategy to move you forward, a roadmap that you can follow. So my focus is on setting you up to win. That means getting you into the environment in your business and with yourself that you're not in your way, okay? So what are we working on today? Mindset, right? I want to do this every Monday morning mindset. There is a magical quality that begins to show up that you can see with your own two eyes when you practice getting out of your way and into alignment with what you actually want to create, what you actually want to be doing here with your time, right? So mindset matters. And what I mean by that is more than just, yeah, it matters. Get into the right mindset. It actually creates matter, right? There's been a lot of information over the last 10 years that our thinking actually carries weight in our life. Not just because, well, yeah, anybody who takes a look and says, wow, when I think crappy thoughts about something, I usually don't really show up for it and it doesn't go very well. When I'm fully aligned and I'm in it and I'm on it, it actually flows really well. I mean, there's a direct correlation between what your mind allows you to take action on and whether you're phoning it in or you're just showing up. So it's important, right? I want to talk about this really quickly. I've got so much to tell you, and I wrote some of it down on my whiteboard, and I was, one of the things I do is that when I get information, whether it's 11 o'clock at night, if the lights are already out, I turn on the light and start writing. I'm not phoning it in. I'm actually listening. I'm downloading. I'm in alignment. My mindset is out of the way and in alignment with the goal set, right? My mindset is in alignment with my goal set. And so what I want to talk about today are a few things. One is, well, why does it matter? Why does it matter to have your mindset in alignment? What starts to show up? What are the signs that you're not in alignment? And how do you get yourself into it? Okay. Now, why does it matter? If you're the kind of person like me and every client I have, they don't want to just be told something randomly like, yeah, go do this. Okay. No, they're all leaders, right? They're all leaders. These people are all kicking butt in their business. They want to know, if you want me to do something, why? What's the why behind it? Why do you want me to do it? Sorry, I'm moving my camera again. Okay, awesome. So, why does it matter, right? Because when your mind is not being run by you, it's running you, it's running your business, and your mind isn't wise enough to have that responsibility, right? Your mind gets totally, it's your mind that gets distracted. It's your mind that gets confused. It's your mind that gets overwhelmed. It's your mind that can run you around in circles. It's your mind that talks you out of doing the workout. It's your mind that talks you out of picking up the phone and cold calling somebody that you know is interested in working with you, but has never actually heard your voice and just freaking going for it. It's your mind that talks you out of doing that. So it doesn't, right? It doesn't make sense to give your mind the responsibility that it's not set up to use wisely when you're talking about your entire livelihood, your passionate dream for making a difference or for showing up and taking care of your family, for making it work, right? For kicking it to the curb, for kicking your life up to the next level. Don't give it to your mind to do. Your mind is not capable of that responsibility, right? Your mind needs to be run by you. Okay, so this leads us into a huge conversation that I'm not really going to go into today, which is, well, what do you mean me? Like, what, my mind is me? No, it's not, right? You can feel the difference between your mind and the you that shows up no matter what. The you that's going to show up and do what it takes when you're tired, when you're exhausted, when you know that you just got to get it done. That's not your mind doing that. That's your wisdom. That's your drive. That's your fuel. Telling your mind, be quiet. We're going to do this. We're going to make this happen. Right? So having your mind on your team is your responsibility to create, to make happen, right? So why does mindset matter? That's what we're talking about right now. Like, why even do this? Why do I have to care about my mindset? Because your mindset is going to determine what you get done, right? Your mindset's going to determine your success. Bottom line, your mindset's going to determine your success. Don't you want for everything to be in alignment, right? All the environment to be set up in your favor? Your mindset is key here. Okay, so mindset matters. So when you align your mind with your goal set, your mindset with your goal set, your energetic distribution starts to flow. And one of the things that I'm so committed to with every person that I work with is getting them out of their own way, right? When you get out of your way, major miracles start showing up in your business. When you get out of your way, life starts to show up. Manifestation starts to occur more rapidly. You start earning more money. You start feeling more connected to what you're doing. You don't feel like you're just on autopilot. You're just hoping, right? You're more connected. You're actually consciously leading. And so what happens is that you begin to develop and create steam, fuel, fierceness. You begin to have the focus that it takes to get it done at a whole different level, right? Let's take a look at what's really going on in business. Okay, I'm moving my camera. There we go. I was talking about, let's take a look at what's going on in business nowadays, right? Okay, so first of all, we're having a huge expansion, right? Oh, I've got somebody who's looking in. Let me just see here. It should be on. If you're trying to find this, I mean, just the recording just paused because the connection got funky. So I apologize. Hopefully you'll be able to get back on. I apologize for that. So where were we? Oh, we're talking about the realities of business. Okay. Now, for example, let's just talk about what's really, really going on when your mind's not in your and on your team, right? You're doing several things. You're going to see signs of this, right? First of all, you're phoning it in. You're phoning in your business, right? You're phoning it in. You're just showing up. You're just kind of, going through the motions. You're not stretching. You're not taking risks. You're not overcoming the crap that shows up in your head that says, I don't really need to do that. I don't know if I want to really invest in that. That's a lot of money. I don't know if I should do all that crap stuff is lame. Lame. Don't be in business then. Either freaking show up and crush it and make it happen, right? Don't phone it in. It is so stressful, and it's okay. If you don't want to be in business, that's okay. You don't have to be, right? But don't say you're going to do business. Don't say you're going to be in business and then frickin' phone it in and wonder why you're stressed out or you're not getting the income that you want and need to take your business to the next level. Blah, 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 right? You get complainitis. I really have zero tolerance for complainitis, by the way. So don't complain around me. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I'm being serious. And why am I so harsh about that? Because I could give a shit about my own complaining. Like when I start complaining, I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't care. Get on with it and get it done. Okay? I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh on myself. I'm one of those compassionate people that I'm there for you no matter what. But I'm also going to push you and kick your shit to the curb. And one of the kick your shit parts, excuse my language, is that complainitis thing. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if oh, this didn't work out quite right. Whatever. Move on. Move on, okay? Don't waste time complaining. It's a terrible waste of energy, okay? It messes with your mindset. So here's the point, right? When your mindset's not in your hands, like when you're just like, well, I'm just, gonna phone it in, or I'm just gonna hope and pray that this is gonna work, or I tried this before and it worked, so it should work now. No, you've got to keep elevating. You've got to keep showing up. Don't do something just once and expect it to transform your business. It's not going to happen. You got to keep showing up, right? So going back to where I was before, right? But the mindset, why does it matter? Because when you're setting your mindset, that shit that goes on, that complainitis thing, look, I wrote it down. There's a few things, right? When you actually set your mindset, you eliminate, oh, I love the hearts. Please keep sending me hearts. I love that. It eliminates sleepwalking in your business and in your life, right? You're not just like walking around like this, fumbling around in the dark, hoping something works and wondering why. You know what? Your profits are the same as they were last quarter or last year. You didn't really increase your profits. That's a big sign, okay? You should be consistently increasing your profits unless you're phoning it in, right? Unless you're phoning it in. Another piece that it eliminates is this hoping thing. This hoping thing that, well, I'm just going to let them take care of it. I'm just going to, go to one meeting. I'm going to do, one post. I'm going to do one blog. I'm going to do one vlog. I'm going to do one Facebook Live, and that should create some momentum. No, it won't. It won't. It won't create momentum. I'm sorry, right? It's physics. You got to get it rolling, and you got to stay on it and push it and drive it and get your energy behind it. And this is why mindset matters, because if you don't have mindset in your hands, if you don't have your mind in alignment with what you're doing and why, your mind will be wandering around, getting distracted, complaining. It didn't look right. I don't think I can send it out like this. You know what? I just don't have the inspiration to do the right writing today. I'm going to miss the deadline. Do I sound like a cow? I'm sorry. But I don't mean to. Look, the bottom line is that I want you to succeed. And these are the things I call my clients on. And I'm not a cow about it, I promise. Honestly, I'm like, look, I hear you. I get it. Now, put that shit down and get on with it and get it done. And they thank me for that. They're not paying me to join them in the tar pit. They're not paying me to join them and say, yeah, it's just not right. It's not perfect. Maybe you should do it next week. No. Just get it done and get it out there. Okay? 9 times out of 10, what you think sucks is somebody else's like, wow, this is really cool. I like this idea. Right? And how many people do you know? Raise your hand on this. I will raise my hand on this. I know people who have never gotten a multi-million-dollar idea out there because they picked it apart so much. They lost the opportunity because somebody came ahead and got it. It's true. It's happened. And or they talked themselves out of it because they didn't have the confidence to go for it. Right? Well, where's your confidence living? It's in your body, right? But what knocks us off of our confidence in our body? Our minds. It's our minds that knock us off, right? So if you're watching right now, I can see the comments. So if you have a question, if you have a struggle with mindset that I'm not talking about, or you have something to say, just write it in there. I'll be able to answer to it. I'll take a look at it and we can work it through right now, like right here and now. Please really feel free to post comments and ask questions about like what you notice about your mindset. How do you notice you're phoning in? Like, what are the things that you do that are going to be a catalyst for you, to catalyze you and go, oh my God, I'm doing that thing again. I'm doing that phone it in thing. I'm doing that sleepwalking thing. I'm doing that hoping thing. What is it going to be that's going to be the, oh my God, the light is on? That is not going to fly. It's not going to work. And sometimes when we're sleepwalking, we don't even realize that we're phoning it in. So what's it going to be that wakes you up? What's your snap going to be? What's your switch that turns you on going to be? Okay? For me personally, when I hit Sunday, I'm already like, Sunday's my cue. What am I doing? What is going on? I've already taken a look at the week before and recognized, okay, what really worked really, really well? Awesome. Where were the gaps? Okay, there. What has to, like, what's top priority now that has to be completed? And then I'm already looking at that on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. I'm already preparing for Monday because I'm not phoning it in, right? I'm showing up for my business because I want to win. I want to succeed. I want to get my work out there so that I can help more of people like you get your work out there. I want to help you get out of your way. Okay, so keep putting comments in if you have anything to ask or say that you want help with right now, that I can help you and coach you through right now. Any struggle that you find in your own mindset, like what's something for you that gets in the way of you going Facebook Live, of you doing, calling somebody that you know in your heart really wants to work with you and is scared to make the investment, the time investment or the money investment. What is it that keeps you from doing that? Okay? What is it? I'm thinking about something that I did last week. There's a gentleman that he may even be watching right now. We've been talking about working together for some time, and he just came through my mind, you know, and I'd sent him a couple of emails and I hadn't heard back from him, so I just called him. And he answered his phone and we talked for like 10 minutes and we set up an appointment to talk. And then I've been talking to him via text. Remember, this is a different world than it was. Email is okay, but I don't read half of my emails. In fact, I have people who take care of my email because it's really time consuming. Some of the things I read that I'm real, like if it catches me, if it's from a source that I really trust and love and I love to read their stuff, I'll read it for sure. Because I want to hear what they have to say, right? But don't just rely on email to connect with people. Pick up the phone and call them. Texting is a huge way to connect with people. It just is what it is. It's a different time, right? Getting in front of people's faces is what's key. How do you get their attention? What do you have to do to get their attention? Well, I'll tell you what you do have to do first. Get out of your way. Right? You can do that in about 13 seconds or 30 minutes or an hour, whatever works for you. But don't take all week to do it and don't take all day to do it. This should be going on early in the day on a Monday. Setting up your mindset. What am I going to do this week? What has to get out of the way that I identify is holding me back? So if you just jumped on, my name is Kaeleya Rayne and I am an intuitive business coach, and I work with women and I help them design and create the business of their dreams, and I help them earn more while they're doing that, while they're creating that business of their dreams, right? While they're shifting things, they're earning more. Things don't get put on pause. And the way we do that is we uncover and heal those hidden inner obstacles that are holding them back, that are showing up in your business. And then we create an intelligent strategy to move forward and a roadmap, an intelligent roadmap that you can follow where you don't get lost. One of the big things that I speak about that I'm talking about right now is mindset. Are you in alignment with what you want? Is what you say you want what this wants? And I'll give you some examples, okay? For example, if somebody has been really physically hurt or emotionally hurt by words, it feels like a physical hurt, right? Sometimes a buffer will be naturally created that shows up in the body as weight, creating a buffer between the emotional words or the physical hurt. A buffer, a physical buffer in the name of weight. And I have worked with women over the years and men who so very much wanted to be really fit and feel good in their body because they knew that the better they felt in their body and the fitter they were, the better business they were going to do. It was going to show up in their business, right? They weren't going to be as fatigued. They weren't going to be they weren't going to feel self-conscious when they're around people who are talking about going for a run or doing a triathlon or, doing a kayaking trip or whatever, right? They weren't going to feel like the odd duck out. And when they went to a meeting, they weren't the one standing in the corner because they just didn't feel good in their body. They just didn't want it anymore. And so a lot of times that we were up against was their willingness to put down the hidden obstacle. That's why I speak to it. The hidden obstacle, why can't I stay training? Why do I sabotage my food? Why am I doing this? I really want this. Like, I really don't want to feel uncomfortable in my body anymore. What is going on? Well, the hidden obstacle that was actually in charge was that it was more important to create a buffer, to have a space in between the emotional hurt or the physical hurt. And so that connection, that commitment was way higher than feeling lean and feeling fit. And so the buffer remained despite what they did. Okay, I'm going to give you another example. Let's talk about getting out there, like doing something like this, okay, where you're talking on Facebook Live and you've made a commitment to it. Mondays and Fridays, I'm here, right? Okay, so why am I doing this? Well, number one, because I know that I have to be a media company. What am I? I'm an intuitive business coach. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for years. Helping men and women kick their crap to the curb so that they can show up and deliver and make a difference here on the planet. That's what I'm deeply connected and committed to. I want you to get out of your way because I know you're a change maker. And I'm a hard ass enough and compassionate enough to love you through it and show you through it and help you do better business. That's my superpower, right? I can hold space for somebody while we're kicking the shit to the curb. I will hold their hand through that dark moment. I will do that. I will stand in the shit with you. That is my thing. That is what my clients speak about. They know about me. I'm relentless. I have unwavering support, and I also have an immense amount of clarity. So when everything's spinning and falling apart and the person's letting go of all the crap that's holding them back, I'm there and I've also got my eye on where we're going. I don't lose my sight on where we're going. That's what I do, okay? Now, why am I doing this? Because the more I do this, the more I'm in alignment with being a media company. That is what is required of you. You have to view your business, whether you're selling hangers or you're doing conscious, cups, or you're running a restaurant, or you're coaching, or you're a financial advisor. Your business is a media business first. It's a media company first. Because why? Everybody is living in media. This is what's going on. Nobody's watching commercials on television anymore, right? People aren't really doing a lot of reading print. Mail, right? You get those direct mailers that you might take a quick look at it, but usually it just goes in the trash. So it's not changed. Some of the things that you know about marketing and business hasn't changed, which is that word of mouth is still queen. Word of mouth is still queen. By the time somebody gets to me that said, oh my God, so-and-so has been working with you, I really want to speak to you about working with you, I would say 9.9 times out of 10, it's a great fit and we work together, okay? Word of mouth is still queen. But how do you get into the mouths of others and out as words? It's through the media. That's how you do it. It's being online. Okay, that's why I do this. Now, in my mind might say, oh, I don't know. Remember the first time? I don't know if you saw the first Facebook Live I ever did. I think it was the second one where I copped to it. I told the truth, right? It's one of the other things I like to do. Because I want to be real and honest. I wipe out too. And you're going to wipe out too. It just happens, right? But the point is that when I spoke about the story, the breaking it down, how did I even get on Facebook Live? I didn't want to do it. I'd been putting it off for weeks because my mindset was not in alignment. That's what was occurring. I wasn't in alignment. I didn't want to do it. One of my friends on Facebook had been doing it and she was getting like these horrible responses and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to do that. Maybe there's another way around it. Maybe I can do something different. Do I really have to be live? Do I really have to speak like this and be live? Yeah, you do. It's just what it is. And so what actually got me to do it and got me out of my way is one of my things that I use to catalyze myself. And this is what I was talking about a little while ago. What is it going to be for you that catalyzes your awareness that you're even in your way, that your mindset is, talking you out of something that needs to and wants to be done, okay? There are 4 W's that I've created in my business, and I use these with my clients. 4 W's, okay? One is walk. Walk the path that you're committed to. That means what? Showing up, right? You can't toe dip and walk at the same time. It's called hobbling. You have to actually heel toe it to walk it, even if you're toe heeling, whatever. But you have to walk on your path if you're committed to it, right? So walk the path. The second W, work. Do the work. Do the inner work. What's going on up here? What is the buffer that's really going on that's trying to keep you safe and hidden from actually what is required of you to make the change? For example, when I was talking about weight, I've worked with a lot of people over the years that recognize that one of the things that was in the way of their business succeeding was that they really felt uncomfortable in their bodies and they were embarrassed, or they felt ashamed. They did. Not all of them, but some of them did feel ashamed. And it was really hard and it was frustrating and upsetting. Okay? It was real. These weren't some lame people. These are, people that really wanted to do a better job, but they just couldn't get out of the way. And so we had to take a look at, well, what really happened? Where did the exchange occur where you were more committed to keeping a physical buffer to avoid getting hurt? And when you start working at that level, magic starts to happen. You become liberated from your own stuff. It is profound. So do the work, do the deep inner work. I've had a saying for a long time that in the States, we are really encouraged to go to work instead of do the deeper work. And we have a country filled with pretty unhappy people right now. Not everybody by any stretch, but a lot of people. are phoning in their lives, and they're so stressed out about it, and they don't know how to change it. They don't know how to get out of their way because they're not doing that deeper work of what is going on here. Why do I do what I do? Why am I doing these things that sabotage my success? I don't get it. It's so valuable. Don't you want to know? You should know your saboteur inside and out. Who is she for you? Who is he for you? How do they show up? What's the voice? Right? What is that voice in you that shows up and knocks you off your path? That's doing the deeper work, right? The third W, word. Keep your word. These are the things that I use to catalyze myself into action. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. The 4 W's I use in my business. First one was walk. Stay committed to the path. Walk the path that you've committed to. Don't toad it. Don't phone it in. Actually walk on it. Freaking show up and walk on it. The second piece is doing the work. Do the work. Actually work hard, right? A lot of people don't want to work hard. They don't. And you know what? Some people can get away with it. They can. I've seen it. But most of us can't. Sometimes a business just snaps, right? And they're making all of a sudden there's $20 million in the bank. It's happened. But I would say 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, the people that you know that are making 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 700,000, 400,000, 100,000, 80,000, 50,000, and all the way up, right? They're busting their butts. They are working hard to get it done, okay? Work, do the work, and do the deep inner work. Figure out what's going on inside. Where do you get knocked off? Who and what does your saboteur sound like? How does she or he show up for you? It's really important. And the 4th W is wisdom. Wisdom. Use and learn to rely on the you that is way older and way deeper than your brain is, than your mind is, right? Your wisdom, that's where you really want to be living in your business. When you're living in your wisdom, right, you're able to have an immense amount of perspective. You're able to gain insights. I'm thinking of Eben Pagan right now. He talks a lot about perspective. I'm thinking about the last time that I saw him. His favorite word at the time was perspectivity. And I had been watching that within my own life for so long, and in my own business and in my clients' businesses, where I was recognizing that when they were mired down into, okay, I've just got to make this, I've just got to make this, I've just got to get to the end of November, I've just got to get through that quarter, they were missing out on these huge opportunities to create leverage, either through income generation, either through feeling way more connected to what they were doing, right? Or leverage in their capacity to consciously lead and maintain a stronger team. Perspective is so key, and it lives in your wisdom. Okay, that's the 4th W here. If you just jumped on, please go ahead, feel free, write anything in the comment box that I can help you with right now. Now is the time to do it, right? If you've got a question, ask me now. If you're watching this and it's not live, I will be going back and taking a look at comments that people have made so that I can help you work through it. Okay? So, when we're talking about what's really going on here in regards to getting out of your way, right, which is the mindset, let's talk a little bit about like what mindset to align to. Okay, so we talked about why mindset matters. The people that I work with, they're really freaking smart. They're leaders. They're not just going to do something because I say, just do this. It's got to have a reason. What's the why? Why do you want me to do it? Why does it matter? It's my job to make it make sense, okay? the shift I'm asking them to take has to make sense for them to do it. So why does mindset matter? We talked about that, right? When you're in alignment with your goals up here, magic starts to happen. People start coming out of the woodwork. I actually had an amazing human being, and you might be watching, I don't know, I know you watch my Facebook Lives when you have time, actually reach out to me, an incredibly well-known human being, author of many books, been around for a very long time, leading high-level retreats and large groups of people. And the connection was open between us because I am not in my way. And so something that I haven't spoken a lot about today is the magic. There's magic that occurs in business. Okay? There's magic that occurs in your life. It's why we are so and can be so great at manifesting what we really, really want. Just like that. How many times have you had a thought and it's shown up that day or the next day and you're like, I can't believe you just called me. I was just thinking about this, or I was just thinking about you, or I had that idea too. It's because magic is at play. That's the word that I'm using for what's really occurring on this planet between all of us. We are all connected. You can make that woo-woo if you want to or not. I really don't care. The reality is that you need to know that you have a vibe. Your vibe matters. How many times have you been around somebody and you're like, ooh, I feel kind of weird around that person. I don't feel good when I'm around that person. Because it's their vibration. That's what the word vibe is. It's vibration. It's the short for the word vibration, right? How many times have you walked into a room where something really crappy happened and you can feel it? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. How many of you walk into a park where there's a pond and there are trees everywhere, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm reminded of what's real. I'm reminded of what's really, really going on when I'm focused on, oh my God, how am I going to increase this? Or I've got to take my profit level here, or we're going to be in trouble. I've already taken a look a year out. I'm going to be in trouble. And when you go into a space where there is power present and magic present, you're going to experience it. I actually live in the woods. I have a couple houses. The one that I'm in right now, it's in the woods. All I have to do is look out my window and there is magic and power everywhere occurring without any of my help or momentum or thought. It's there. It's one of the things I love about New York. I love going to Manhattan for like 4-day stints. Because everywhere you look there, something's going on. You've got people in spandex, rainbow-colored shorts with, high tops on and a sweatshirt and their hair on top of their head, and a woman wearing a, Barney's New York jacket, carrying a Coach bag and wearing Gucci sunglasses, walking side by side. Everything's moving there. There is momentum and magic there. Okay? Now, when you go into a space and there are roots in the ground and you're around trees, you're experiencing what hasn't been disrupted. You're experiencing mindset that's in alignment with goal set. The tree's goal, it's mystic. The tree's goal is to grow. So she puts roots into the ground, and when it rains and when she can get a tap root going and find some water, that's what she does. When it's winter, she's already preparing for spring. The growth actually happens, the most growth in a tree actually happens in the winter in preparation for spring, right? When spring occurs and everything starts blooming, that didn't happen overnight. That's been incubating and being prepared for months. Her goal set is in alignment with her mindset, and her mindset is in alignment with her goal set. And that's the power that you see and you experience when you walk into a park filled with trees and plants and a pond that has ducks on it. Everybody's living in alignment. It's human beings that get all messed up here. In here. So, let me just see how long I've had you on the... Okay, we're at 43 minutes. So, I know it's Monday. I got to bring this to a close, right? If you have something you want me to help you with, write it in the comment box. If you need help with something that you're like, you haven't mentioned it, I don't know how to catalyze this, or this is how I get in my way, I don't get it, I don't know how to get out of my way. Or this is the thing I keep seeing, but I don't know what it means. Write it in the comment box and I'll help you with it later. We went through walk the path, do the work, show up, be willing to work harder, do the deep inner work, keep your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. It also makes you really great at assessing, can I complete that? Is that 20 hours of work that I just said I would be done in 3? No, it's going to take me 20 hours. It's going to make you a much better business person. The fourth one is working in your wisdom. That's the 4th W, okay? Learn how to figure out what it is in you that knocks you off doing what has to be done. Learn how to go further with your business than you are right now. I promise you there will be, no matter what level you're working at right now. If Gary Vaynerchuk can say that he's consistently pushing and moving and checking and testing and working in new ways, I guarantee you that there is more room for growth in your business, right? How far can you go? How much can you push your alignment this week? What can you, by the time Friday comes around and we're meeting on Friday, how much between now and then can you look back and go, oh my God, I freaking did that. I got that. I did that. I completed that. It was rocky. I wiped out. I got cut. I was exhausted. I, refueled, got clear, got back on. I committed to the path. I stayed steady. I did the work to get out of my way. I kept my word. I used my wisdom and I had perspective. And I was able to get all of this done. And now it's deliverable, or it's been delivered, so that you can actually use it to earn. That's ultimately what you want to do, right? Income generation. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm bringing everything to a close. I wish you many blessings. You can do it. All of the problems that we have, if you're watching this, it's a first world problem. If you got the time to watch this and you're thinking about business and how to boost your sales and profits, increase your profit margins, take a look within, do a better job, it's a first world problem. So get real about what it really takes, the opportunities you really have, and just move through it. Whatever it is that shows up, move through it. Okay, I want you to be kick-ass at what you do. I want you as a change maker to show up and deliver. I wish you many blessings for your journey, and I will see you back here on Friday Focus. I might jump in Facebook Live in the middle of the week and do some questions, answer some questions and answers. If we get some of those in, I might just take all of those and just jump on live and answer them live. Okay, blessings to you, and I wish you a kick-ass week. Go get it done. Blessings.